It's 5 a.m. You pull on your gym clothes. You drink something that looks like chocolate mud and smells like chemicals. You get in your car. You drive to a large building. You pay money to enter. Inside, you walk on a moving floor that goes nowhere. You pick up a heavy metal bar, lift it over your head, then put it back exactly where you found it. You do this 15 times. Then you go home. That's your workout. Now imagine someone who walked 11 kilometers every day just to eat, who carried animal carcasses on his back, who climbed, threw, sprinted, and lifted things for real, every single day of his life, just to survive. Put him in your gym. This is what he'd think. First, let's talk about what physical life actually looked like for your ancestors. Scientists have studied the Hadza, a tribe in Tanzania that still lives as hunter-gatherers. The same lifestyle every human on Earth had for 300,000 years. The data is uncomfortable. Hadza men walk or jog an average of 11 kilometers per day. Women average 6, not for fun, not for fitness, just to find food and water. On top of that, carrying meat from a successful hunt, firewood for the evening fire, children who can't walk yet, water in containers, your entire camp when the group moves, and climbing, and swimming, and sprinting when something was chasing you. No rest days, no recovery weeks, no deload periods. This was every day for your entire life. The result? Ancient human skeletons show bone density that modern athletes rarely match. These were not fragile people. Now put that person in a gym. He walks in. First thing he notices, this is a cave, very large, with mirrors everywhere. He looks around, everyone is moving. But no one is going anywhere. One person is running, fast, really fast, and has been running for 20 minutes, and is still exactly where they started. In his entire life, running meant one of two things. You were hunting something, or something was hunting you. Either way, you stopped running when the situation was resolved. This person has been running for 20 minutes, and nothing has been resolved. He watches longer. Another person is lying on a flat surface, pushing a heavy metal bar up toward the ceiling. Then bringing it back down, then pushing it up again. Why? In his world, if you picked something heavy up, it was because it needed to go somewhere. You put a dead animal over your shoulders and carried it back to camp. There was always a destination. There was always a reason. He stands there for a full minute trying to understand what emergency requires lifting something and putting it back 15 times. He cannot figure it out. He cannot figure it out. The treadmill. He steps on it cautiously. The floor moves. He stumbles. Steps off, stares at it. A moving floor that forces you to walk or fall down. In his experience, the floor didn't move. If you wanted to walk, you walked. If you wanted to stop, you stopped. He watches the person on the treadmill stare at a small screen showing a road. They are walking on a machine while watching a video of walking on an actual road. He looks outside. There's an actual road right there. The stationary bike. A bike that doesn't move. You pedal, the wheels spin, you stay completely still. At least with the treadmill, the floor was doing something to you. The bike requires you to do all the work. He sits on it briefly, pedals twice, gets off, shakes his head. The weight rack. This one he almost understands. Heavy things. He knows heavy things. But after you picked the heavy thing up, you took it somewhere. You did something with it. You didn't just curl it toward your face 17 times and put it back in the exact spot. The mirrors. Every wall, floor to ceiling. His people saw their reflection maybe once a day in still water, briefly. These people look at themselves constantly, between every set, during every set. Some of them make faces at themselves. He is not sure if this is a ritual. He decides not to disturb it. This is when it gets philosophical. Someone explains to him, through wild gesturing, that to enter this building, you give money. Every month, even if you don't come. He thinks about this. In his life, physical effort was directly connected to survival. You moved, you found food, you ate, you lived. Here, the exchange is give money to come to building to do fake version of things your body would do anyway to leave. No food, no shelter, no animal skin. Just the feeling of having done it. He sits with this. Then someone points out that most people drove here in a machine that moves for them. They drove somewhere to walk. He watches a man take the elevator up to the gym floor, then immediately get on the stair climbing machine. And then the final piece. He sees what people eat. Things from packages, things that don't resemble food, things that come in bags and boxes. And then they come here once a day for 1 hour to try to fix it. In his life, food was the whole point. Every physical effort was in service of finding real food. Here, real food is what you're trying to compensate for. The system, from his perspective, works backwards in every direction. But here's the thing. He wouldn't leave with just contempt, because some of what he sees, he recognizes. The person who shows up at 5 a.m. when it's dark and cold and they don't want to be there, he understands that. His people got up before dawn every day, whether they felt like it or not. Discipline was survival. The feeling doesn't matter. You go anyway. The person doing one more rep when their arms are shaking, he's seen that before. On hunts that went long, on days when the fire almost went out, you push past the point your body begs you to stop. That part is ancient. That part is real. The people lifting together, suffering together, cheering each other on, and that he deeply understands. His group hunted together, struggled together. That bond made under physical stress is as old as the species. He'd feel it here, even in this weird mirror cave, because it's the same thing underneath. You built a room to pretend to do what I did to stay alive. And you only have time for 1 hour of it, and you drive there. The life that made us, with the walking and the carrying and the running that meant something, you put all of that into a box and made it optional. And now you pay money to get a little bit of it back. Here's the honest truth at the end of all this. He wouldn't think you were weak. He wouldn't think you were stupid. He'd think you were trying. You live in a world that removed almost every physical challenge from daily life. And instead of just accepting that, some part of you gets up at 5 a.m. and goes somewhere to get it back. That instinct, that's him. That's 300,000 years of a body that was built to move, still sending the signal. The gym is weird. The gym is objectively, profoundly strange. But the impulse that gets you there, that's as old as fire. Ancient humans didn't need a gym because the world was their gym. We need a gym because we built a world so comfortable that our bodies forgot what they were for. He'd find that sad. He'd also find it kind of impressive that you noticed. If this made you think, or made you feel slightly better about your 5 a.m. alarm, hit like. It helps more than you'd expect. Drop a comment. What piece of gym equipment do you think would confuse him the most? And if you want to know what else ancient humans understood about the human body that we've completely forgotten, stick around.